Welcome back to Are You Sure? Today we're continuing our episode with Jacy as she moves on to level 2 in the Bible trivia game about the book of Genesis. So let's continue with Jacy on level number 2, question number 1. Jacy, are you ready?
Yes.
So we're going to move on now to level 2. You've already won $25 from securing level 1. We'll move on to the $50 level. Ready?
Yes.
Question number 1. Why did God place the cherubim at the east side of the Garden of Eden? To keep man out of the Garden of Eden, to keep man out of the Garden of Jerusalem, to keep man out of the Garden of the Wilderness. Do you need any help with the question? Is there a question or an answer that you can take out that you know is not correct?
I don't think. No.
Do you want me to read you the question again?
Yes.
Okay. Why did God place the cherubim at the east side of the garden? To keep man out of the Garden of the Wilderness, to keep man out of the Garden of Jerusalem, to keep man out of the Garden of Eden. Can you eliminate one of those at least?
I can eliminate the last one.
The Garden of Eden one?
I kind of want to keep it, I kind of want to eliminate it.
So what's your decision?
I'm going to go with to keep man out of the Garden of Eden.
Okay, let's look at the answer. Genesis 3:24 tells us, as he drove the man out, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim and flaming sword. Very good. So you made it through level 2. Let's move on to question number 2. Do you want to take a minute to breathe?
I'm okay.
You're okay. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
What did the people of the land build for themselves? Streets and a country to the sky, a city and a tower that would reach the heavens, a state that would reach the sky.
A city and a tower that would reach the heavens.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's look at the answer. That is correct. In Genesis 11:4, and they said, "Go to and let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto the heavens, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad the face of the whole earth." Congratulations, Jacy. Number 3. What did God promise Abraham? God would make him the chief of the king's kingdom. God would make a great nation from him. God would make him the chief baker.
I'm going to say God would make a great nation from him.
Yes, correct. So let's look at where that is in the book of Genesis. Genesis 12:2, and I will make out of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. So good job, Jacy. You made it through that round as well. Let's go on to question number 4. You ready?
Yes.
Where did Abram go? Abram went to Zoar, Abram went to Sodom, or Abram went to Canaan?
Abraham went to Canaan. Okay. I don't know what to say.
Canaan?
Yeah.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Genesis 13:12, Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan. Good job. So now the 5th and final question of round number 2. So question number 5 and the final question for level 2. Jacy, what did the king of Sodom offer Abram? For Abram to keep the people and leave the spoil, for Abram to keep the spoil and leave the people, or for Abram to keep both the spoil and the people?
For Abram could keep the spoil and leave the people.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at the answer. Genesis 14:21 says, and the king of Sodom said unto Abram, give me the persons and take the goods to thyself. So yes, you are correct. Congratulations, Jacy. You made it through level number 2.
Adam and Eve sinned when they disobeyed God's commandment. When Adam and Eve sinned, they separated mankind from the good life God had given to mankind. When Adam and Eve sinned, they damaged mankind's relationship with God. When Adam and Eve sinned, they brought physical and spiritual suffering on mankind. As a result of the sin of Adam and Eve, they left the paradise. The effects of this single sin were felt not only by the sinners, but also all of mankind who followed.
So you've already won the $50, and now if you move on to level 3 and pass that level, you will make it to the $100 level. Do you want to continue?
Yes.
All right, let's look at question number 1 in level 3. Where did Rebecca send Jacob? She had him go to her husband's house in Haran. She had him go to her brother's house in Haran. She had him go to her father's house in Haran.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. So the question is, where did Rebecca send Jacob? She had him go to her husband's house in the land of Haran. She had him go to her brother's house in Haran, or she had him go to her father's house in Haran.
She had him go to her brother's house.
So let's see if that's the correct answer. Yes. Good job. In Genesis 27:43, now then, my son, do what I say. Flee to once to my brother Laban in Haran. Good job, Jacy. Okay, moving on to question number 2 in level 3. What does the word Bethel mean? House of God, house of brothers, or house of prayer?
House of prayer.
Okay, let's see the answer. So in Genesis 28:17, it says, he was afraid and said, how awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven. So unfortunately, Jacy, you answered that question incorrectly. Bethel does mean the house of God, not the house of prayer. But congratulations for making it through 2 levels, which means you've earned yourself $50.
God saved Noah and his family, but everyone else died in the flood. That's really hard to think about. Why did God send a flood? What does this tell us about God's holiness? What is the sign that God made with the people? God flooded the world because he was so angry at all of the sin. He asked Noah to build an ark to save people who believe on what he said to Noah. After the flood waters went down and Noah's family and all the animals could leave the ark, God made a promise to Noah. He promised Noah that he would never again destroy the whole earth with a flood. Then he did something to remind Noah of that promise. He placed a rainbow in the sky and he said to Noah, I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be a sign of the promise between me and all life on earth. God said that every time he saw the rainbow, we would remember the promise that he, God, made.
Thank you to all our viewers for watching Are You Sure? And join us for the next episode next time.